Hi everyone, so today is day 17 of the September LeetCoding Challenge 2021, and on this day we'll be solving this problem intersection of two arrays 2. And in this problem, like, we have been given two integer arrays nums1 and nums2, and we need to return an array of their intersection. So by intersection we mean that every element in the result must appear as many times as it shows in the both arrays. So for example, if 2 is occurring 2 times in this array and 2 or more times in this array, then it should only like for any particular element, the number of times that element should appear in the output should be minimum of the frequencies of the of that element in the two arrays. So for example, in this nums1, the elements are 1 2 2 2 1, and nums2 are 2 2. So this 2 2 is common in both of the element both of the arrays, so that's why the answer is 2 2. So these two ones are only occurring in nums1 but not in nums2, that's why they are not the part of the answers. So in the second example, the nums1 is 495 and the nums2 is 94984. So we can see that this 4 and this 9 are common in both of the vectors, so that's why the output is 4 9. And we can also return 94 because we can return answer in any order, so that's why 94 is also accepted. And when we will have a look to the constraints, we can see that the size of the nums1 and nums2 are both less than equal to 1000, and the elements of the nums1 and nums2 are less than equal to 1000. So this is the problem statement. Now we can know understand how to we will be solving this problem. So basically what we will be doing, we will be first using an unordered map to store all the frequencies of the elements of present in this element, like this vector. And after that we will iterate over this array, and if we are encountering any element, we will check whether the frequency of that element is positive or not. So if that frequency is positive, we will push it in the answer vector, and we will also decrease the frequency of that element. So if the frequency is 0 for some element, we will not push that element in the output. So the reason it is working because like uh, we are this way we can only push a element only those number of times, which is the minimum of the frequency of that element in both of the arrays. So like if frequency of 2 is 3, then we can and if there are five twos in a second vector, then we can only push the first 3 twos in the output vector, because after that the frequency will become 0. And if 2 is appearing 5 times in this first vector and 2 is appearing 3 times in the second vector, then obviously we can only push the 2 3 times, because we are iterating over this nums2 in order to check whether we can push that element in the output or not. So this is the algorithm. We can now try to implement it. So I can first erase it. Yeah. So first of all, what we will do, we will take an unordered map, and this unordered map will be called fric. So by fric I mean frequency, and then I can consider all the elements present in the nums1. So then after that I can increase the frequency of this nums, like this number, and we can have a vector for returning the answer. So I will call it intersection. Yeah. And now we need to iterate over all the elements of the nums2. And if the frequency of this number is positive, then we can push it in the answer vector. So we will need to push it in this intersection vector. So this intersection dot push back num. So this will do it. and we also need to decrement the frequency of this number. So this whole like implementation will give us the answer of this problem in the in this intersection vector. So we just need to return this. So after returning this, we are good to go. Now we can do the complexity analysis. So we are iterating over this nums1 ones and nums2 ones. So the time complexity is n plus m. If n and m are like length of the nums1 and nums2, and space complexity is order n, where n is the size of this nums1, because we are like in like using this unordered map, and that can contain at max n elements. So this is like the implementation. We can try to run it on the sample test cases to check whether it is okay or not. So yeah, we have got compilation error. So basically I have done mistake in naming it, so it should be intersection. Yeah, so we can run it again. Yeah, so it's working. We can submit it. Yeah, we got AC. So thank you guys.